Hello dancers! Today's story is The Little Mermaid. Far beneath the ocean waves, in the land of the merpeople, lived a lovely young mermaid named Ariel. Her home was an undersea palace. Although it was quite magnificent, she hardly ever spent time there. She preferred to go exploring with her friend Flounder the fish. Ariel loved to collect objects from the world above. She and Flounder would swim in and out of sunken ships, picking up whatever caught the little mermaid's fancy. Ariel's father, King Triton, ruled the undersea kingdom. He was very proud of Ariel's many gifts, especially her beautiful singing voice. He had arranged to give a special concert to show his daughter's wonderful talent to everyone. Ariel's sisters sang to begin the concert. Then they sang a special song to introduce Ariel. But Ariel wasn't there. Triton was not pleased. How could Ariel have forgotten to show up to her own debut? As usual, Ariel was off exploring. She had found a sunken ship to play in and had forgotten all about the concert. By the time she returned home, the guests had left. Triton was very angry, so he ordered Sebastian the crab to watch over Ariel. Later that day, Ariel slipped away again, with Sebastian following close behind. She hadn't gone far when a huge shadow darkened the waters above. "It's a ship," she gasped with delight. Ariel swam to the surface to get a closer look. There were humans on board. One of them was very handsome. Ariel heard the others call him Prince Eric. But as Ariel watched, a sudden storm took them by surprise. To her horror, the ship began to sink. Most of the people on board were able to climb safely into a lifeboat, but the handsome young prince was in the water. Ariel knew that humans could not live under the sea. She had to save him. There was no time to lose. She darted through the waves to the prince, while her friend Scuttle watched anxiously. "He's going to be all right," Ariel said gratefully. "Now I better get back before Father finds out I've left." When the prince opened his eyes, all he saw was his faithful dog Max running up to him. Ariel returned home, but she couldn't forget the human prince. As she sat thinking about him, two evil eels named Flotsam and Jetsam watched with their cunning eyes. "Come with us," they coaxed sweetly. "We know someone who can help you." Ariel followed the slippery eels. Before she knew it, she was inside the deep, dark cave of Ursula the Sea Witch. Ursula knew how much Ariel missed Eric, and she told the young mermaid that she could help her visit him for a price. "I will make you human so you can visit your man," Ursula said, "but you must get him to kiss you before the sun sets on the third day." Then the evil witch locked Ariel's beautiful voice inside a magic seashell that she wore around her neck. Flounder and Sebastian watched in amazement as Ursula's magic powers changed Ariel into a human girl. Suddenly, Ariel could not live under the water. Luckily, her two friends rushed her up to the surface. Ursula cackled with glee. "Ha ha 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 ha." Once Ariel was safe on the beach, Scuttle said, "There's something different about you, Ariel. I just can't put my foot on it." Ariel showed him her two legs. She wanted to tell Scuttle about what had happened, but since Ursula had taken her voice, it was hard to explain. When Ariel tried to stand, she found that balancing on new legs was harder than it looked. "You can do it," said Scuttle. "Just watch me." Sebastian shook his head. "How am I going to tell the king about this?" Meanwhile, Eric had not forgotten about the girl who had saved his life. Although he hadn't seen her, he had fallen in love with her beautiful singing voice. Then he saw Ariel on the beach. "Have we met before?" Eric asked, his heart skipping a beat. But his hopes were dashed when he found that Ariel could not speak. "She can't be the one," he thought. The next day, the prince took Ariel for a boat ride. "There isn't much time. If he doesn't kiss me soon, I'll never marry him." But Flotsam and Jetsam had been watching with their eyes, and they tipped the boat over so Ariel could not get her kiss. Ursula had been watching the couple in her magic bubble, and she decided to trick Eric so Ariel would never get her kiss. The witch transformed herself into a beautiful girl. With Ariel's voice locked inside the seashell necklace, Ursula would sound just like Eric's true love. The following day, as Ursula walked through the beach, the sound of Ariel's beautiful voice filled the air. Eric couldn't believe his ears. This was the girl. He decided to marry her right away. Ursula's nasty trick had worked. In her cabin, Ursula laughed as she looked at her true reflection in the mirror. Ha ha ha! Luckily, Scuttle saw Ursula's reflection too. Scuttle and Flounder rushed off to find Ariel to tell her all about the sea witch's latest trick. With the help of sea lions, pelicans, and other birds, Scuttle stopped the wedding. The birds tore at Ursula's clothing and pulled her hair, and the seashell fell from her neck. And when it broke, Ariel's voice returned to her instantly. The spell was broken. Ariel called out to warn her prince. Everyone was glad the sea witch was gone, but Ariel was still unhappy. Even Triton could see that his daughter was in love, so using his magic powers, he granted Ariel his dearest wish, to make her human forever. Triton watched as Eric and Ariel walked to the castle. I'm going to miss her, King Triton said, but I know they'll be happy. Soon after, Eric and Ariel were married. And just as King Triton had predicted, they lived happily ever after. I hope you enjoyed our story.